My fiancée laughed and said, "You plan such a lame party? No one will even like it on Instagram." I said, "All right, as you wish." She mocked me further. "Go ahead and throw your pathetic party alone." So I did, naming it the Dodged a Bullet Party. I posted pictures dancing with all the single girls, and she finally realized who was really being made fun of. I'm Jordan, 28, and 3 weeks ago, I thought I was planning my engagement party. Turns out, I was actually planning my freedom party. Valerie and I had been together for 2 years. She was the kind of beautiful that made people do double takes. Perfectly styled hair, designer everything, and an Instagram feed that looked like a lifestyle magazine. I'm a software developer, decent looking enough, and apparently the perfect prop for her social media aesthetic. That should have been my first warning sign. The problem started small. She'd reshoot our dinner dates 5 times to get the lighting right. She'd get genuinely upset if a restaurant wasn't photogenic enough. Once, she made us leave a birthday party early because the decorations were embarrassing and she didn't want to be tagged in anyone's photos. I told myself she just cared about presentation, that it was harmless vanity. I was an idiot. 2 months before the incident, I proposed at a scenic overlook she'd been obsessing over. She said yes, cried beautifully, and immediately started planning how to monetize our wedding through sponsorships. I laughed it off. She wasn't joking. The engagement party discussion happened on a Tuesday evening. I'd spent my lunch break sketching out ideas. Nothing elaborate, just a backyard gathering at my parents' place with close friends and family. String lights, a playlist I'd been curating, my mom's famous lasagna, and a fire pit for later. Simple, warm, meaningful. Valerie walked into my apartment while I was making notes on my laptop. "What are you doing?" she asked, dropping her purse on the counter with that specific thud that meant she'd had a bad day. "Planning our engagement party. I was thinking we could do it at my parents' house. Their yard is perfect for it, and—" "Your parents' house?" She laughed, sharp and sudden. "Jordan, are you serious right now?" I looked up. "What's wrong with that?" "Everything's wrong with that." She walked over, glanced at my screen, and her expression shifted from amusement to genuine disdain. "String lights? A backyard? You plan such a lame party? No one will even like it on Instagram." "It's not about Instagram, Val. It's about celebrating with the people we care about." She rolled her eyes so hard I'm surprised they didn't stick. "God, you're so embarrassingly basic sometimes. Do you know how this will look?" "How I'll look? My friends expect elegance. A venue, professional photographers, a theme that actually trends. Not some pathetic cookout that screams, 'We're too broke to do it right.' We're not broke. I just thought something intimate would be." "Intimate?" She laughed again, crueler this time. "You mean cheap. You mean forgettable. Honestly, go ahead and throw your pathetic party alone if that's the best you can do. I'm not attaching my name to something that'll make me look like a joke." She grabbed her purse and left without another word. The door slam echoed for a solid minute. I sat there staring at my laptop, her words replaying on loop. The thing is, I wasn't even angry at first. Just stunned. Then something shifted. I thought about every restaurant we'd abandoned, every event she'd declared beneath her, every time she'd prioritized aesthetics over actual human connection. I opened a new document and titled it, "Dodged a Bullet Party." The next morning, I called my best friend Tyler. "I need your honest opinion," I said. "Am I insane for thinking Valerie's behavior is a deal breaker?" "Brother, I've been waiting 2 years for you to ask that question," Tyler replied immediately. "What finally did it?" I explained the engagement party disaster. Tyler was quiet for exactly 3 seconds. "Throw the party anyway," he said. "Invite everyone. Don't tell her. See what happens. That's nuclear. She called your heartfelt idea pathetic and told you to do it alone. You'd just be following instructions." He had a point. A petty, brilliant point. I spent that week creating a group chat with my actual friends. The people Valerie always called not her vibe because they prioritize personality over follower counts. I invited my college roommates, my cousins, co-workers I actually liked, Tyler's sister Cassidy and her friends, my neighbor who taught salsa dancing, basically everyone who'd ever made me laugh genuinely. The message read, "Engagement party is off. Freedom party is on. My place, Saturday, 7 p.m. Come celebrate me dodging a bullet. Bring stories about your worst relationship mistakes. Prizes for the most catastrophic." 43 people confirmed within 2 hours. I didn't tell Valerie. She'd been radio silent since Tuesday anyway, probably waiting for me to apologize and beg for her party approval. Her Instagram story showed her at expensive brunches with friends, captions about knowing your worth and never settling for less than you deserve. The irony was apparently lost on her. Saturday arrived. I'd transformed my apartment and the shared courtyard area outside. Tyler helped string up lights that were twice as nice as my original plan. Cassidy brought a ridiculous banner that said, "Congratulations on your freedom," with little champagne bottles drawn on it. My neighbor set up speakers for music. My mom brought enough lasagna to feed a small army, plus her famous tiramisu. People started arriving at 7. By 7:30, my place was packed with laughter, actual conversation, and the kind of energy that happens when nobody's worried about their angle or their content. Cassidy's friends turned out to be hilarious. One was a stand-up comedian who did an impromptu set about dating disasters. Tyler's toast included a PowerPoint presentation titled "Red Flags Jordan Ignored, a Visual Journey." It was devastating and accurate. Around 9, the salsa dancing started. I'm not great at it, but Cassidy's friend Nina was patient and made it fun. Someone was taking pictures, casual, candid shots of people genuinely enjoying themselves. My buddy Marcus suggested posting them. "She needs to see what she's missing," he said, slightly drunk on good wine and schadenfreude. "That feels petty," I said. "Brother, she called you pathetic. Post the damn pictures." So I did. I created an Instagram story series titled "Dodged a Bullet Party, a Celebration." Photos of people laughing, dancing, eating, the banner, close-ups of the food, Tyler's PowerPoint, Nina teaching me salsa while I clearly had no idea what I was doing, but was smiling anyway. I tagged it with hashtag best decision ever, hashtag freedom feels good, hashtag actual friends. The final photo was me surrounded by 7 single women from the party: Nina, Cassidy, Cassidy's roommate Lauren, my coworker Amy, and 3 others, all of us holding up glasses in a toast. The caption: "Apparently pathetic parties attract amazing people." Who knew? I posted it at 9:47 p.m. and immediately put my phone on silent to enjoy the rest of the night. Update 1. I didn't check my phone until Sunday morning. Big mistake. Or maybe the best decision, depending on perspective. 63 messages. 41 from Valerie. The progression was fascinating in its predictability. The first few, time-stamped around 10:15 p.m. "Are you seriously throwing a party right now? And is this a joke?" Then escalation. "Who the hell are all these girls? And you're dancing with random sluts to make me jealous?" Followed by bargaining. "Jordan, this isn't funny. Call me. And we need to talk about this like adults." Then anger again. "You're making yourself look desperate. And everyone's laughing at you. Not with you." Finally, by 2:34 a.m., I can't believe I wasted 2 years on someone this immature. I made coffee and read through them twice. Tyler, sleeping on my couch after the party, woke up and shuffled over. "She see it?" he asked. "Oh, she saw it. And she's big mad." "Good. What are you gonna do?" I thought about it while staring at my phone. The mature thing would be to call her, have a calm conversation, explain my perspective. The honest thing was to admit this relationship had been dying for months, and we'd both been too stubborn or scared to acknowledge it. I texted back one message. "You told me to throw my pathetic party alone." I did. Turns out it wasn't pathetic at all. "I think we're done here, Val. For real this time." Her response was immediate. "You're breaking up with me over text? After I spent 2 years supporting your boring life." I didn't reply. Tyler read over my shoulder and whistled low. "Supporting your boring life? Brother, she made you leave a movie premiere early because the theater wasn't trendy enough." I remember. "And that time she forgot to invite you to her friend's party because you wouldn't match her aesthetic?" Also remember. You made the right call. Monday at work, I was functioning on 4 hours of sleep and spite. My coworker Amy stopped by my desk around 10. "So that party looked fun," she said, grinning. "Also, your ex-fiancée is blowing up the comments on your posts." I haven't looked. "Oh, you should. It's incredible." I opened Instagram. Valerie had commented on multiple photos. "Imagine being so insecure you have to surround yourself with random girls for validation. And this is actually really sad. And everyone knows this is fake energy." But the replies to her comments were even better. People I didn't even know were responding. "Girl, he looks happier than I've ever seen him in your coupled photos. And the only sad thing is you thinking this party is about you. And these people look like actual friends, not props." Nina, who'd taught me salsa, had replied directly, "Hey, Random girl here. Can confirm the energy was genuine and your ex is delightful. Thanks for fumbling him. I showed Tyler during lunch. He literally applauded. Nina's a savage. I like her. She's great. They all were. That's the thing. Valerie would have hated everyone at that party because they're real people with personalities beyond their selfie angles. So what now? Now I block her number, return the ring, and figure out what I actually want instead of trying to fit into someone else's Instagram aesthetic. Update 2. Wednesday evening, Valerie showed up at my apartment. I only knew because the doorman called up to ask if he should let her through. I said no. She called me 11 times from the lobby. Finally, I answered. What do you want, Valerie? To talk to you like an adult since you're apparently incapable of that. I told you we're done. There's nothing to discuss. You humiliated me, Jordan. Your little stunt made me look like the villain when I was just trying to help you understand that our engagement party needed to reflect our status as a couple. Our status? Val, we didn't have a status. You had a brand, and I was your accessory. There's a difference. Silence. Then, that's not fair. You called my heartfelt party idea lame and pathetic. You told me to do it alone. You prioritized Instagram likes over celebrating with people who actually care about us. Which part of that sounds like a partnership? I was trying to push you to be better. No, you were trying to push me to be someone else entirely. Someone more photogenic, more impressive to your followers, more willing to fund your influencer dreams. I'm not that person. More silence. I could hear her breathing, could picture her perfectly made-up face struggling with actual emotions instead of practiced expressions. So that's it, she finally said. You're just going to throw away 2 years? You threw it away the second you decided your image mattered more than our actual relationship. I just acknowledged what was already gone. I hung up, blocked her number, blocked her on everything. Tyler texted me 10 minutes later. Her Instagram story is a 4-paragraph essay about men who can't handle strong women. You're not named, but it's obviously about you. I didn't look, didn't need to. 3 weeks later, I'm sitting in my actually not pathetic apartment, drinking good coffee, making plans with actual friends, and occasionally texting Nina about maybe possibly getting dinner sometime. No pressure, no performance, just genuine interest in getting to know someone who thinks I'm worth knowing beyond my photographer skills. My mom called yesterday to say she was proud of me. My dad texted a thumbs-up emoji, which is basically a Shakespearean sonnet coming from him. Tyler's sister Cassidy invited me to her birthday party next month. Bring Nina if you want, she said. Or don't. Just come be yourself. That guy's pretty fun. Last night, I ran into one of Valerie's friends at a coffee shop. She approached cautiously. Hey, Jordan. I just wanted to say, I think you made the right call. She's been insufferable since the breakup. Everything's about how you betrayed her, but honestly, that party looked like the first time I've seen you actually happy in months. Thanks. That means something. For what it's worth, half her friend group is questioning why she fumbled you. The other half is just relieved they don't have to pretend to like her content anymore. I laughed. She smiled and left. The thing about dodging a bullet is you don't always realize how close it came until the echo fades, and you're still standing, still breathing, still yourself. I'd spent 2 years slowly editing myself down, shrinking to fit inside someone else's frame. The party wasn't about revenge or spite, though both were satisfying bonuses. It was about remembering that my version of enough was already more than enough. And yeah, Instagram didn't break from the likes. But the people who showed up? They were real. The laughter was real. The freedom was real. Turns out pathetic parties with actual friends beat perfect parties with perfect strangers every single time. Valerie's still posting about knowing her worth and never settling. I hope she figures that out someday. What worth actually looks like when it's not filtered and staged and desperate for validation. Me? I'm just here throwing lame parties, dancing badly, eating my mom's lasagna, and finally, genuinely living. Best decision I never planned to make.